Alright everybody, doing a teardown on a 2008 Chevrolet Tahoe. Has a 5.3 liter V8 engine in it. We're going for a misfire on this engine. It was a cylinder 5 misfire. Driving down the road, you would never know it had a misfire. Performed really well. No lack of power, no hesitation, no nothing. And when you'd come to an idle, you could feel a slight miss. Watch the misfire counters on the scan tool data. Cylinder 5 definitely had an active miss count happening. So we, did the old swap a spark plug, stayed in cylinder 5, swap a coil, stayed in cylinder 5, even went as far as swapping a fuel injector, stayed in cylinder 5, did a compression test, had decent compression, nothing, thinking, lack of compression. Did a cylinder leak down test, and we thought we could pinpoint a slight leak down in a cylinder 5 valve. I believe it was a intake valve, we thought. So we took the heads off, sent him to the machine shop. He went over, said he didn't see anything obviously wrong with them, but it doesn't take much to cause a slight misfire. But we did it all, put it back together. Still had that misfire in cylinder 5, so we educated ourselves a little bit. And it has the active fuel management system in this one, where at low loads it will actually cut the fuel supply, I believe, off for cylinders 1 and 7 and 2 and 6, if I remember correctly. And they say if that's happening, start going into the little oil management type solenoids that'll sit in this galleyway right here. But it was in cylinder 5, so we took the cylinder head off again, and we were thinking, hey, maybe it's a collapsed lifter. And inside here is where we got enter our answer. You can see that cam lobe right there, and there's the other cam lobe. Let me see if I can get some light on there for you. Right there. So you see how it's nice and silver in the middle, and then kind of a dark brown on the outsides. And then you can also kind of see the pitting right there in the inside of the silver shiny part of the cam lobe. Well, that is the exhaust valve camshaft lobe for cylinder 5. And this one looks much better for the intake. No pitting, no nothing. And you can kind of see it's a nice little shear across it. And on this one, it doesn't. And there's actually probably a 2 millimeter lip, maybe more, on the edge of that. And this is the valve lifter we pulled out from the cylinder. Nice and torn up. So if you are going for a slight misfire or a misfire of any sort, you can't find a spark plug, coil, wire, or injector to be the problem. If you take the cylinder heads off because you're thinking it's a valve, do not leave these valve lifters uninspected. Take the time. All I did was remove this bolt. The little housing for the valve lifters came out and they popped out the bottom. And when I saw this come out, I was like, uh-oh, I think he's gonna need a camshaft. And upon further inspection, it definitely needs a camshaft and a valve lifter. So we're gonna see if the customer wants to go ahead and move forward with it. But just kind of stressing to everybody that slight misfire, take the head off. This one had no audible noise for a collapsed lifter or anything like that, but definitely something going on right here. I think we've pinpointed it. So don't be like me. Do a valve job, leave this uninspected the first time, put it together just to take it apart again. So yeah, check your valve lifters and your camshaft. Make sure that's in good fitting order before you put them all back together. Good luck, guys.